Invention is a lot like coming up with a dance move. You copy some part and you add your own style. And somewhere along the line, you think about how good it is, and then you refine it. So we apply that to music harmony. But you say, that's hard, because everyone's thought of everything for 100 years already. Not if you look deeply at it. This Christmas song was written for a barbershop quartet, and it is in a minor key. At the very end, the last chord turns into major. It sounds something like this.
So tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Everyone I've heard sings it the same way, where only one note in the chord changes pitch. But is that proper? Several notes in the scale all change pitch. So that's a legitimate key change. So maybe there's an opportunity to sing that move better by singing the final chord either higher or lower. So you try it, and you find that it sounds more pleasing if you drop the pitch slightly, a small fraction of a note. If you're the lead singer, everyone else will tune to your note, and it's all good. So you assess what it's worth. Well, most people will think that you're singing out of tune. However, if you have the reputation for it, people will listen to it with an open mind and think it's pretty cool. The potential for a signature move. But you're not close to done yet. For it to go viral, you need to make it so others can do it too. So let's make it easier for them. And to put your stamp on it, it's helpful to do the math and figure exactly how big the move is. There's a chart of musical math. Cool, huh? The important part is a cent, which is 1/100th the smallest note on a piano. So when we describe notes between notes on a piano, we say it's a number of cents higher or lower than the piano. So we want to find out how many cents we need to lower the last chord. A little musical magic coming. By a trained ear, we can hear it sounds like 1/2, 3/2, or 5/2 step key change. But we can also tell that it's not the recognizable 1/2 step key change. So the first one to look at is 3/2. From another invention, we found a pleasing half-step key change is not 100 cents, but it's really 102 cents. So 3 half-step key changes gives us 3 times 102 cents, or 306 cents. Okay, what else do we know that can help us with the math? Overtones naturally give us a major chord. So where does a minor chord come from? A minor scale is a major scale starting from a different note. So what note of the minor scale gives us the overtones? It's the note from the major scale, which falls on the third of the minor scale. That's where the minor scale is derived from. That's exactly 3 half-step key change down from the minor to the major. This confirms our notion of key change, and by how much. Whew, done with the magic. Now we know enough to calculate exactly how much the minor chord moves. So we find the minor third on the chart to be 294. 294 minus 3 times 102 is minus 12 cents. But wait, 294 on the chart was a Pythagorean minor third. But some singers use the just minor third at 316. 316 minus 3 times 102 is plus 10 cents. Minus 12 or plus 10. We'd like to simplify our invention further. It's fussy to have to decide between two choices at the speed of singing. Since the pitch is relative to the minor third in either case, that simplifies things. To do this, the bass should always sing 306 down from where the minor third was when the song ends on a major chord. So the invention is done. 1. We reasoned a possible invention. 2. We experimented and it worked. 3. We assessed its value. 4. We refined to make it better. A complete invention.